I can't lie to you. I started to get a little upset with God because I'm like, man, I know for a fact I heard when the prophet said, I ain't crazy. Yeah. I stood right there in front of God and everybody. Listen, you will have these kids and they will be healthy and, all is well. I said, well, okay, cool. Well, why is it that my wife and I are going through this? And as a man, I don't know if there's anybody out there that's ever experienced this. When your wife has a miscarriage, and a lot of people will run to the wife, as they should. She's carrying the baby. But as the man, when the wife loses a kid, the baby, you lose a child also. Yeah. And so as you are processing the fact that, man, we just lost another kid, is it something I did? And to Mark's point, is it something I did in my life? Are you paying me back? Why she got to deal with what I did? Come to me, God, And he's like, no, basically to Dota's point that you're not the only one going through this. Yeah. This may be a season, and I know it seems like it's hard right now. However, I got a plan.
Did you miss the last episode of the Crown Kings podcast? Well, you're in luck. You can catch up now. Go ahead and check out the first season as well as the second season of the Crown Kings podcast via the website, www.crownalliance.org, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. And truth be told, we went through this series, man, and one time she actually had to pass the baby. Well, there's still a little embryo that stayed inside. They didn't want to do what they call a DNC because we switched facilities. One facility believed in doing the DNC. The other facility didn't, so you had to let the baby pass and then they go back in and do a procedure or whatever. Yeah. Right? So we did that, and the pain and what I saw her go through, and there was nothing I could do. And I felt more helpless than I ever felt in my life. That is the worst part. What I mean? I know she's hurting. I can't go in there and make it better. There wasn't some pain medicine that I can give her to make it, go away. But I say all that to say, during that season, God then ordered us not only to continue to trust him, and I personally, I was going on my own understanding, which, the Bible says, lean not into your own understanding. I was like, well, fine. You don't want to give me no kid. I'll adopt one of these that somebody else ain't taking care of, and truth be told, again, I was angry. I was upset because I'm like, how you blessing all these people who don't care nothing about these kids? Mm-hmm. You know that we'll be good parents. You know that we'll go hard for these kids. And yet and still we keep going through this foolishness, But we switched doctors, make a long story short, switched doctors. My wife had to be in the hospital a little more often than what we wanted. I went to work, she went to the hospital. I went home, got clothes, went back to the hospital. And needless to say, now we have a healthy 12-year-old son.